Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to take a quick little look at a film that I picked up recently from Amazon. It was like 16 bucks. And for a Criterion release, that's not bad at all. And it's one that I had not seen, so this was a blind buy. And you know, before I start, I have to say, when I started doing this channel, there were a lot of films that I probably would have never checked out had I not, not been recommended to me, or maybe just, exploring and really getting into more different genres of film. And this one, I'm glad, because when I started, I only had one Criterion release in my collection. Now I have quite a few, and I'm really happy to pick this one up. Right off the bat, this is a fantastic, fantastic film. It's only about 87 minutes, and I did not feel like it dragged on at all in its entire film. I really, really enjoyed this. And that film is Ministry of Fear, from 1944, starring Ray Milland. Now, Ray Milland, we talked about in another previous Criterion release back. It was like one of my first videos I did, The Uninvited. Uninvited was fantastic. Absolutely, I can't recommend that film enough. But this one, directed by Fritz Lang. And again, 16 bucks from Amazon. It was a blind buy. Happy to pick this one up. Really enjoyed this one. Just like picking up, I had never even seen any Cary Grant films before I started doing this channel. And now he's a big fan of Cary Grant. And Ray Milland, yeah, he's following suit because I really enjoy his work, and I definitely want to check out some more things that that he was in back in the day. But Ministry of Fear, right off the bat, I mean, this is like a spy thriller. It's a murder mystery. Things that are going on. There's espionage. It has a little bit of everything in this film. Right off the bat, when it starts, Ray Milland's character is in a mental institute. And you just see him, he's staring at this clock off in the distance. And, his doctor comes in and he says, are you ready? You're ready to finally get back out into the world. Ray Milland, he's ready to go. 2 years in the institute, he's ready to go and get back around people. And that's what he wants to do. So, he tells his doctor, I'll see him, I'm off, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life. And I'm going to stay away from the police. I'm not going to get involved with anything. I'm going to keep myself out of trouble. So, on his way to the train station, he's about to buy a ticket and be off. There's this little fair going on. This women's auxiliary is holding this, this little carnival, this little fair. So, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go check this out before I go get on the train. So, he goes in, and they have this one little booth where this woman is basically raffling off a cake. If you can guess the weight of the cake, you get to take the cake. So, Ray Milland makes a guess. He's wrong, but he makes a guess. She tells him, go check out. There's a fortune teller. The woman, I know the woman running it. Go check out the fortune teller. So he does just that. He goes in, and the fortune teller gives him, basically says, listen, go back, take another shot at that cake. I bet you if you put this particular weight, you'll get the cake. And once you know it, she gave him the exact weight, and he was able to win it. But it's not all what it seems. On his way out of the carnival, this man pulls up in this car. He gets out. He goes into the fortune teller's tent. He comes out with the woman. The woman who was running the booth, she runs up to Ray Milland and says, stop, you were wrong, you did not guess the weight of the cake, that gentleman actually had the right, the right weight. I apologize. So a couple little things happen here and there, but Ray Milland does wind up with the cake, and that's basically where things really start getting interesting. Why was it so important to get this cake back? And once he gets onto this train, there's a gentleman that he encounters, and something goes on between the two of them. And before you know it, this gentleman is taking off with the cake. So, why? Why, Ray Milland has been knocked out, basically, knocked unconscious. And when he wakes, he wakes up, and now things are getting interesting. Now, this is where the spy and espionage part of of the film comes in. There are things going on. This is, this takes place in England, and this is during the World War. So there are Nazis involved in this film, and basically, they're trying to get information about England, about how they can bomb them and everything. Like I said, this is like a spy film, definitely. But Ray Milland trying to find out, why did these people want this cake? Why did they attack me for this? He winds up in a potential murder mystery now that's going on. He encounters his brother and sister who actually are in charge of the women's auxiliary. And, are they, they're in charge, but did they know what was going on? Are they a part of this? Because, again, you don't know. Some people who you think are good might really be bad, and ones who are bad might actually be on your side. So, there are parts where, the police who do get involved at at one point, Scotland Yard, they're kind of like, hey, maybe you're just imagining these things and not believing Ray Milland. Again, he just came out of an institute, so there's a little bit of here, a little bit this and that of who exactly is on your side and who's really not on your side. But Ray Milland, fantastic job. Absolutely. Again, I don't want to go into too much more about what happens later on down, because again, twists and turns in this film. For an hour and a half film, there are quite a few twists and turns, and I don't want to go into any more of that because again, for that price, this is definitely worth picking up for $16. Definitely worth picking up from Amazon. I got it from Amazon. Picking it up and checking it out because for Criterion, again, this is a bare bones release. There's not a lot. There's a documentary, 16-minute documentary done by this gentleman who, basically has studied the history of Fritz Lang. And it's like a little thing about Fritz Lang. And that's about the only thing that's included on this release. But again, I'm in it for the film to see how, and it looks great. Great transfer from Criterion. They did a bang-up job with it. Sounds great, too. And again, I didn't feel bored at all throughout the entire duration of this film. The acting was great. I'm really getting into these old-time films. And this is just one that I'm really happy that I was able to stumble across and pick up. Couldn't be happier. So, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance. Go definitely pick up Ministry of Fear, and I will catch you in another episode. Take care.